has conquered death, opened heaven to all believers.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from Holy Gospel according to John. On the first day of the week, Mary of Magdala came to the tomb early in the morning, while it was still dark, and saw the stone removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter and to the other disciple whom Jesus loved, and told them, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we don't know where they put him." So Peter and other disciple went out and came to the tomb. They both ran, but other disciple ran faster than Peter, arrived at the tomb first. He bent down and saw the burial cloth there, but did not go in. When Simon Peter arrived after him, he went into the tomb and saw the burial cloth there, and the cloth that has covered his head, not with the burial cloth that rolled up in a separate place. And the other disciple also went in, the one who has arrived at the tomb first. He saw and believed. So they did not yet understand the scriptures that he has risen from the dead. The Gospel of the Lord. Happy Easter. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice and be glad. Easter is great celebration of victory, the victory of life over death. Victory of life over death. On Easter Sunday, in Sri Lanka, 3 churches were bombing, 200 dead, over 500 people were injured. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Easter is the great celebration of victory of life over death. Within the last century, wars at different places killed over 100 million people. The poverty that gripped more than half of the human race. The hunger that killed millions of people every year. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Not too far from us, not too far from our families, not too far from Whittier. Discrimination that divides human family into contending parties. Our brothers and sisters try to find the next place to live, or try to find a place where they can call a home, or find a place where they can avoid the violence. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. We are the Easter people. Ours is an Easter religion. We do not deny or turn away from the evils that surround us. We don't. We do not deny any of these miseries, but we refuse to surrender to it. We refuse to surrender to the power, to the power of the evil things that surround us. Because our faith is in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Suffering will be vindicated. Death will be overcome. A new life will arise. That is the Easter message. That is the Easter message of the Paschal mystery. The Gospel reading today. Faith in the resurrection of Jesus developed from the discovery of the empty tomb, not from the appearance of Jesus. It developed from the apostles, from Mary Magdalene. When they saw the empty tomb, they reported and they interpreted what they experienced. In our own daily life, we do want to make a good sense of our faith. Look around us with all the tragic aspects of our current human life. Do not let those evil sufferings surround us to hold us down, to hold us from transforming into a new creation, to hold us down from transforming and to rise with Christ. We rise with Christ by our participation in Easter, in suffering, in dying, and rising from the dead. Allow us to be the hero, to be the advocate, to be the true believers, and a believer that we are rise above the evils, the evil things that surround us. My brothers and sisters, let our faith be the guiding light for us. Let us feast with joy in the Lord, because today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Just as Christ passed through the death to resurrection, so too we will pass through with the Word, and through the suffering we will rise in the glory of a new life. So this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Easter is the great celebration of victory of life over death. There is no room for despair. Our Easter faith tells us that God will raise us up and renew our life. Happy Easter.